Have you ever thought of someone, and they texted you that same day? Have you ever missed someone, and later found out they were thinking of you too? Ever felt a sudden wave of sadness, and realized someone close to you was hurting? What if that's not coincidence? What if that's communication? Listen, I know you've been told it's just your imagination, that you're reading too much into things. But what if? What if your soul has been trying to tell you something your mind keeps dismissing? Today, I'm going to share something few people talk about. Spiritual resonance, the invisible thread that connects souls across time, space, and logic. And why you've already felt it, even if you didn't have the words for it. So what exactly is spiritual resonance? It's not fantasy. It's not woo-woo. It's when two souls vibrate in sync, so clearly that feeling becomes a form of knowing. You've heard these words before. I was just thinking about you. I felt something was off with you today. I knew you were going to call. We dismiss them as coincidence, as small talk, as cute little moments that don't mean anything. But here's what I want you to consider. These aren't just sweet moments. They're proof that consciousness isn't isolated. It's shared. Think about it. You are not a closed system. You're not walking through life in some invisible bubble where your thoughts and feelings bounce around inside your own head and nowhere else. You're a tuning fork. And when another soul vibrates in the same field, when they're thinking of you, missing you, worrying about you, loving you, you resonate. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually. That random thought about your mom, maybe she was having that same thought about you. That sudden urge to text your friend, maybe their soul was calling yours. This is how consciousness actually works. We're not separate. We're synchronized. Now let me show you the 5 ways this actually shows up in your life, because I guarantee you've already felt this. Sign number 1, the soul ping. You randomly think of someone you haven't talked to in months. Then they message you that same day. Not just a casual thought, a sudden, clear image of their face. Their name just pops into your head for no reason. This is a soul ping, a psychic ripple passing through your shared energetic field. I once thought of an old friend out of nowhere. Felt this overwhelming need to reach out and say sorry for something that happened years ago. Hours later, they emailed me saying they'd been thinking of me too, wanting to clear the air. That wasn't coincidence. That was 2 souls having the same conversation at the same time, across different cities, through pure resonance. Sign number 2, the empathic echo. You wake up feeling off, heavy, sad for no reason. Hours later, you learn a loved one was going through a crisis at that exact moment. Here's what's really happening. Empaths feel the energetic weather of people they love, even from far away. You don't need to be in the same room to share the same emotional field. Your mom is having a panic attack at 3 a.m. You might wake up anxious. Your best friend is crying themselves to sleep. You feel that inexplicable sadness. This isn't burden. This is love expressing itself through energy. Your heart is so connected to theirs that their emotional state ripples through yours. Stop dismissing those random moods. Start asking, who in my life might be feeling this right now? Sign number 3, mental synchronicity. That moment when you both blurt out the same phrase, same sentence, same exact thought. You finish each other's sentences. You text the same joke at the same time. Your mental frequencies are overlapping like radio stations syncing in real time. This used to happen with my sister constantly. We'd be in different states and text each other the exact same random memory or joke within minutes. Same words, same timing. People call it twin telepathy, or being on the same wavelength. But it's deeper than that. It's proof that thoughts aren't private. When you're in resonance with someone, your mental streams start flowing together. Notice this with the people closest to you. The synchronized thoughts, the shared ideas that come from nowhere. Your minds are literally dancing together. Sign number 4, astral resonance. You and someone else wake up at the same time with the same strange emotion. Or you both have dreams with similar themes, symbols, even shared scenes. This is astral resonance, when your subconscious minds meet in non-physical space. I know it sounds impossible, but your dream state is when your consciousness is most free, most able to connect across distance. While your logical mind sleeps, your soul travels. That vivid dream about someone you haven't seen in years? Check in with them. They might have been dreaming of you too. That sudden 3 a.m. awakening with someone specific on your mind? Trust it. Your souls might have just had a meeting your conscious minds don't remember. Sleep is not unconsciousness. It's when consciousness gets to roam free. And sign number 5, the knowing. This is the deepest one. You sense when someone is in danger, when they're falling in love, when they're thinking of walking away from you. No evidence, no logical reason. Just deep, embodied knowing. You feel it in your body. A sudden chill when they're scared. Warmth in your chest when they're happy. A heavy feeling when they're considering leaving your life. Here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not guessing. It's not intuition. It's remembering what your soul already knew. Before you met them in this life, your souls recognized each other. And that recognition creates a permanent, energetic link. You feel their major life shifts because you're literally connected at the soul level. That person you can't stop thinking about? Your soul knows something your mind doesn't. That relationship that ended but still feels unfinished. Your souls are still in conversation. This knowing goes beyond the 5 senses. It's your 6th sense, your soul sense, picking up information through resonance. If you've experienced any of these 5 signs, listen to me. You're not crazy. You're not overly sensitive. You're not making it up or reading too much into things. You're remembering how to feel. You're awakening to the truth that consciousness isn't separate. That love creates bridges across any distance. You're becoming who you always were, a connected, resonant, deeply feeling soul. But here's where it gets complicated. And this is the question I get asked most often. If we're so connected, why did they leave? Why does this bond feel so deep, but also so painful? If our souls are meant to be together, why does it hurt so much? I'm going to tell you something that might be hard to hear, but it's the truth that will set you free. Spiritual resonance doesn't always mean spiritual compatibility. Let me say that again. Just because your souls vibrate at the same frequency doesn't mean you're meant to build a life together. Doesn't mean they're your soulmate, your twin flame, or your forever person. Some souls come into resonance to awaken something in you, not to stay, not to complete a fairy tale, to wake you up. I once had a 3-week connection with someone that completely shook my soul. We could finish each other's thoughts, dream similar dreams, feel each other's emotions from across the country. I was convinced this was it. This was my person. But it never turned into anything. They pulled back, disappeared, left me questioning everything I thought I knew about soul connections. For years, I tortured myself trying to understand why. Why would the universe give me such a profound connection only to take it away? Why would my soul recognize someone who wasn't meant to stay? Until I realized it wasn't about them. It was about me finally listening to my inner voice. For the first time in my life, through that connection, I heard my soul speaking clearly. I learned what deep resonance felt like. I awakened parts of myself I didn't even know existed. They weren't my destination. They were my catalyst. Here's what I want you to understand. Spiritual resonance isn't always a call to pursue. It's a call to pay attention. Pay attention to what they're awakening in you. Pay attention to what parts of your soul are coming alive. Pay attention to what you're learning about love, about connection, about yourself. Sometimes a person enters your energetic field not to be your partner, but to be your teacher, not to complete you, but to activate you. And the pain? The pain shows up when we try to make permanent what was only meant to be catalytic. When we try to force a spiritual experience into a physical relationship. When we try to hold on to someone whose job was to wake us up and move on. The connection was real. The resonance was real. The love was real. But the purpose might not have been what you thought it was. This doesn't diminish the magic. It explains it. Some souls are meant to touch yours briefly but profoundly, like lightning illuminating the sky for just a moment, but changing everything you can see. So how do you honor these connections without losing yourself in them? How do you stay open to the magic without getting swept away by the story your mind wants to create? Here are 4 steps that will change everything. Step 1. Pause before you project. Not every intense connection means destiny. When you feel that soul recognition, that instant familiarity, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, what is this waking up in me? Maybe it's your capacity for deeper intimacy. Maybe it's your ability to trust your intuition. Maybe it's showing you what unconditional love feels like. Focus on what's being activated within you, not what you think it means about them. Step 2. Stay in your body. Your body knows the difference between resonance and reactivity. True spiritual resonance feels alive, clear, magnetic, like coming home to yourself. Trauma bonds feel urgent, chaotic, overwhelming, like you're losing yourself. Resonance expands you. Reactivity contracts you. Resonance feels like freedom. Reactivity feels like obsession. Trust your body's wisdom. It's never wrong about energetic truth. Step 3. Let it be sacred, even if brief. That moment where your eyes met across a crowded room, that 3-day connection that changed everything, that conversation that felt like coming home, it mattered, even if it didn't last, even if it never turned into anything more. Here's what I need you to understand. Sacred doesn't always mean permanent. It means unforgettable. Stop measuring the value of a connection by its duration. Some people touch your soul for a lifetime. Others touch it for a moment. Both are holy. Both are necessary. Both are real. That brief connection wasn't just anything. It was a gift, a reminder, a awakening. Honor it for what it was, not what you wished it could become. Step 4. Keep listening. These connections are training your spiritual senses. The more you honor them without needing them to be more than they are, the more attuned you become to the subtle language of the soul. You start recognizing the difference between ego attraction and soul recognition. You learn to trust the whispers of resonance without demanding they become shouts of commitment. You become fluent in the language of energy. And that changes everything about how you move through the world. Here's the final truth I want to leave you with. Spiritual resonance is not rare. Your awareness of it is. These connections are happening all around you, all the time. In the grocery store, at the coffee shop, in passing glances with strangers. Your soul is constantly in conversation with other souls. But most of us aren't listening. Most of us are too busy, too distracted, too afraid to feel that deeply. You're different. You're waking up to the truth that consciousness is shared, that love is everywhere, that your soul is always speaking if you're willing to listen. And this is where everything shifts. Once you stop dismissing the little moments of knowing, once you start honoring these soul conversations, your life changes. You trust your gut more. That feeling in your stomach when someone's name comes up, you listen. That sudden urge to take a different route home, you follow it. That voice that says, "Call your mom right now," you pick up the phone. You reach out when your soul whispers, check on them. You send that random text. You make that unexpected call. You stop second-guessing the impulses that come from love. You stop doubting the magic. You stop explaining away the synchronicities. You stop dismissing the moments when the universe winks at you through another person's eyes. And here's what happens in return. The universe starts speaking louder, because now you're listening. The signs become clearer. The connections become stronger. The resonance becomes undeniable. It's like tuning into a radio station that was always playing. You just couldn't hear it through all the static of doubt. Your intuition sharpens. Your empathy deepens. Your ability to feel the subtle currents of connection becomes your superpower. You start living from your soul instead of just your mind. And that changes everything. How you love, how you choose, how you show up in the world. Here's the truth I want you to carry with you. You were never disconnected, just distracted. The connections were always there. The resonance was always happening. Your soul was always speaking. You're just finally ready to listen. So let me leave you with this. That connection you can't explain? It was real. You felt it because it was happening, not in your head, in your field. You are a resonant being. Every thought, every feeling, every knowing is a conversation between your soul and the world around you. If you've ever felt a connection you couldn't explain, drop it in the comments. Let's remind each other. We are not alone in this magic. And the next time someone crosses your mind out of nowhere, trust that maybe you just crossed theirs too.